Turning the camera off. One of the great things about the interactive platform of magicears is that teachers have the control. We control the students' pens, we control their microphone, and yes, we can control their cameras. All of this control means that we, the teachers, are empowered to create the classroom learning environment that we need for all of our students to succeed. And that's why knowing when to turn off the camera is now part of our 3 bottom lines. You're familiar with the bottom lines of magicears: teaching with passion, class progress, zero tolerance to noise, and misbehavior. In this video, you'll learn when to turn the student's camera off, as well as the procedure for doing so. We want our students to have a great learning environment, so we must regulate what the other students are hearing and seeing in the classroom. When to turn the camera off. A good rule of thumb as we go through these examples is to remember that we're going to turn the student's camera off for any type of misbehavior or distraction that occurs on their side of the camera. Number 1, nudity. We've always turned the camera off for any type of nudity. Obviously, this is not only a distraction, but it's a problem in other ways as well. Be sure to use your judgment in this area and turn off anything related to nudity. Number 2, eating. How distracting is it to be practicing with a student as mom spoon feeds the child on camera for all the other children to watch? This is distracting for a number of reasons, so we want to turn that camera off when the student is eating. Number 3, rude gestures. If the student makes a rude gesture in class, we do not want the other students to be in that classroom environment. So we will always turn off the camera for any rude gesture happening on the student side of the camera. Number 4, covering, shaking, or tapping the camera. This type of activity draws the attention of the other students and leaves a classroom environment in which students can't learn properly. Number 5, bathroom scenes. If your student takes you and the rest of the class to the bathroom with them, promptly turn that camera off. We appreciate our students' dedication to take us even into the bathroom with them, but we would prefer that they join us again once they've finished their bathroom business. Number 6, inappropriate toys. Toys with a violent nature, such as a gun or a knife. This can be distracting or scary for other students. We want to be sure and always turn off the camera for any instances of these types of inappropriate toys or items. Number 7, chaos in the background. Parents are walking around, mom's cooking dinner, babies are running through. Can be really distracting for the other students in the class. So if things are going on behind the student, be sure and turn their camera off for the benefit of the rest of the class. There's another type of situation in which we turn off the camera that's not necessarily about misbehavior or distraction. If you have more than one person in camera, then the camera should be turned off. This could be 2 kids trying to take class while both children may be very well behaved. It's magicears policy that only one student be in the camera at any one time. We'll keep it fair and equitable for everyone by turning the camera off if there's ever more than one student in the camera. And secondly, this applies to any other person on camera, whether it be parents walking around behind the child or mom sitting by helping the child during class. The rule to keep in mind is 1 person per camera. What about behaviors that are a distraction but are not on this list? Use your judgment as a teacher. If the behavior of the student is causing a distraction for other children, or potentially could cause a distraction for the other students, we want to turn their camera off. This could be a child jumping up and down during class time, rolling around on the bed, or focusing the camera on the ceiling, any number of activities in which our eye is drawn to that student's camera. We'll want to turn it off for the benefit of all the other students. So how do we turn off the camera? If you notice any of the misbehaviors or distractions that we've talked about, or some that you think might be distracting but we haven't talked about. Turn off the student's camera by clicking the camera icon on the student's video screen, and then report the problem. It's a good idea to be familiar with the report screen ahead of time. When we're in the middle of class, you don't want to be reading through the list. So just familiarizing yourself with this screen can help you find the item that you need quickly. If you need to type something for other, 1 or 2 words along with the name of the student can often describe the problem sufficiently enough so you can keep on teaching. What happens when I turn the student's camera off? If you turn off a student's camera, they see no change whatsoever. They will not be able to tell visibly that their camera is turned off. To them, their classroom camera picture looks exactly the same as it did before you turned their camera off. If a student's camera is turned off, you can continue to interact with them as you normally would. To the other students in the classroom, the child whose camera is turned off simply appears as a grayscale Bonnie with eyes open. What do you think about our new policy and procedure for turning off the student's camera? We'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Happy teaching!